Mm. Well, I'm here. It it is dark as always. I don't want to sit on my usual chair on my table in the kitchen because my back hurts. So this is gonna be very casual. I know I'm late to the party, and I know that this is very important, and we're celebrating our dude more than ever. I am so happy for him, for his wife, for everybody in his team, and for us, because I don't think that should have been possible without the help. Not me per se, but Kristen Connell Kurtz and all the women on YouTube and some of the guys too. They're been fighting, and we've been making videos for more than a year. I know that. That is my fan. That's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's gonna be there. So I'm gonna try to speak louder. So I'm just here hanging out. Like I said, I don't want to sit on my chair because my back hurts. So I'm just kind of like, this is my couch. Just it's my bed. It's a mess because my kids were there, were here, but they're gone now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video. So I am going to read the complaint, the whole thing tomorrow. I'm gonna read it, and of course, I'm gonna analyze it. And all the people have done that, and that was awesome work. But kind of gonna do the same thing and make fun of it a little bit. Also, I found some sound bites from Evan. They're so damaging and so ridiculous. Things that she's been saying through the years, and now that plus Manson's filing is just hard. Because even if you want to believe him and stuff, because that's your husband, um, being with him, against society and against the media and against everybody, that's so awesome. And I think that she's so amazing. I always knew she was amazing, but she's more amazing now than ever. And I like the fact that he's going straight to the source. He's not doing this little filings against Ashley Morgan and Esme. He's not even mentioned Esme Bianco at all. In his attorney, it's not even mentioned her, which I think is great. I think it's great that he's going straight to the source, which we know is Ilma Gore and Evan Wood. I didn't know, to be honest. I always knew it was Evan, but I didn't know that Ilma Gore was going to be on the movie in the documentary Phoenix Rising. I did not know until I watched it. I already watched the first part because I pay for it, and I can't play it. I already got in trouble for doing that, but I don't feel bad that I paid for it, because if I didn't watch it, I won't be able to talk about it. I usually don't talk shit on something that I haven't watched, so I watch it so I can talk about it. And also, I know that we're not really able. Many of these channels are not really able to play it, so we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to figure that shit out. Yeah. So the second part of the documentary is going to air on the 15th of this month. Supposedly, look, sirens, police. Somebody's being abusive. Sorry, I'm so tired. I work all night, and I'm about to go again. After midnight, a couple hours. So back to the subject. The going to the source, and not attack. I would not call it an attack. This is not attack. This is just getting the shit together and trying to get the truth out. It's not even a personal attack. When I read the file, I didn't really find anything that was attacking them, attacking Evan and Ilma in a way. I just found facts and truth. And not because I'm biased and I like Manson and I always like him and whatever. Just because, even if you show that fighting to somebody who doesn't know anything about this case, and you just show them what Evan has been saying in Evan's documentary, and you show them the filing from Manson, And I'm telling you, you don't have to be a Manson fan. You don't have to be so involved. You don't have to be on YouTube. You don't have to be on Instagram defending him in order to see how dumb and freaking silly the whole thing is. Not silly. I really like that. It's not silly because this cost him his livelihood and his career. So that part is not silly at all. And I liked it in the filing. His attorney mentions that his mental health, his career, his contract with film and TV projects and music, of course, music, and how he's pretty much been canceled. So it's not just um, filing against Evan and Ilma Gore because, oh, you defame me, you lie about me, defamation. But it's really strong. It's a really strong case when you take somebody's job away from them, kind of like Amber Heard did with Johnny. So that makes the case even bigger because the fact that his label dropped him, everything. I mean, that makes the case even bigger. That he lost. I mean, he never lost us, but he lost jobs and things. And Evan and Ilma are going to have to be responsible and take some responsibility on this, and I hope that they don't do something stupid like going on TV and saying and apologizing and whatever. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Not for him, not for us. No. What I want on my wish list, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a paralegal. What I want is for her, for Ilma Gore and for Evan to get punished, okay? And also to maybe do community service, maybe. Maybe they can just get community service and have to work in women's shelter, have to see the shit that's going on. That will be a really good one. Nobody mentioned that yet. That will be a good one for the judge to give them as a punishment, because that's going to hurt them on their pride the most. It's not enough with paying a $30,000 fine. I looked it up, and that's how much the fine is when you impersonate an FBI agent. Doesn't seem like a lot of money, especially for an actress. So I don't want them to get away with that by just paying a fine and being in probation, and that's it. So the fine is the fine, and because I looked it up, I have it all here. In the state of California, and pretty much every state is the same thing because FBI is the FBI. But the defamation, impersonating a federal agent. Okay, let's see what is the definition of faking it. Let's just use regular words. Faking it that you are a police officer or an agent. Okay, what is the penalty? Individual convicted of impersonating a federal agent might receive a fine and up to 2 to 3 years in prison. So it's something that Evan and Ilma can get. If the one that drafted the letter was Ilma Gore, which I think it was, Ilma might get the prison time and Evan might get the fine. I don't know. But so 2 to 3 years in prison. Okay, for defamation, not for defamation, for impersonating a police officer and faking a wellness check to get the helicopters and all that, faking a wellness check. The letter, FBI letter with an agent that existed, but the guy was like, I didn't write that. So trouble for that, trouble. So what happens is when you impersonate an FBI, if you did it and because you did that, you obtain documents and you use documents for yourself after you faked it, that's a problem. And that's exactly what they did. It's a problem also when you use that impersonation to for your own case. It's not for fun, not for a prank. Like I said, a prank is not the same. Okay. The moment that you obtain a document faking to be an FBI agent, that's way more punishment. The moment that you use that document to recruit people, that's way worse of a punishment. Um, so police officer, okay, states. So for example, in Texas and in California, impersonating a public servant, which is the police, who is the intent to cause someone to submit to the authorities is a crime. The typical punishment for impersonation of a police officer depends on whether the crime is a felony and a misdemeanor. It might include, see, that depends on the crime being civil or crime or criminal. So that might not become so much because they impersonated FBI. They went all the way up. So that part, forget I read it. It doesn't really, it's not really goes on them that much. Should I contact an attorney about impersonation charges? Yes. The penalty for impersonating a federal agent or anyone employed by the FBI are severe. If you have been charged for this crime, you need to talk to your attorney as soon as possible. Now, everything that I find, it's just pretty much bad news for this girl. And I think that Ilma Gore is gonna be in trouble the most. I'm not saying that's fair. I think they all should be in trouble, from the first one to the last one. But I think she's gonna be in trouble the most, also because she's the one that did the hacking. Ilma Gore, there's a documentary in Ilma Gore, and this clips on YouTube. The Ilma is going like, "Oh, I have a bachelor, I have a degree in computer science, and I'm a hacker," and she's happy about herself being a hacker. That stuff is gonna come to bite her on the ass. So the hacking, I don't think Evan Wood is smart enough to do that, whether she has the time to do that. I think the group there was no district attorney, there was no FBI helping her out, there was no support. The group was Evan and Ilma. That was the group, and the support was not from the FBI. The FBI didn't exist. The support was from the fans and from the people in Congress that do believe her, from HBI. When she said that she didn't know what to do and when to say his name because she felt really afraid, because she felt like she had no support. That's bullshit. She had plenty of support from the media and from Ilma Gore, and you know what that means. Hey, Ilma, give me all the passwords, give me a fake Gmail account, everything that I need to just destroy this guy. Okay, so first you I'm sorry, you pretend to be a police officer, FBI agent first. Second of all, you pretend to be a person who cared about Manson and call for a wellness check. When she did that, I called it. I knew it. I didn't know it was Ilma Gore. Of course I didn't know, but I thought it was really shitty and really weird that they call and say, "Oh, we want to know if our friend is okay because he can hurt somebody else and hurt himself." The police, it doesn't matter who you are, the police have to investigate, because a lot of shit does happen, and when the police don't investigate, a lot of shit does happen. So the wellness, when she made that phone call, she pretend to be Ilma Gore, and she said she was worried about him. The police have to go and investigate. The last thing the police is thinking that there's a hoax. The police is doing what the police does, especially in a place like LA, when this shit happens to celebrities all the time. So for them, it's kind of like normal to get in a helicopter and go take a look. After a couple of days, the police keeps coming back, and Manson is refusing things chill. And that's when the police left. But at this time, you got the street filled with paparazzi and media and stuff, which is what Evan wanted it. So this is how it went. It doesn't take a freaking genius to see what they did. Ilma made the wellness check. Really worried about Manson. Police goes there, helicopter. Evan or somebody else calls the paparazzi. Remember, like Amber here. Amber called paparazzi so they can take pictures of her and the Bruce. Anyway, somebody called paparazzi. Okay, paparazzi is going there. Dark on the situation because Manson and his wife were inside trying to be calm. I can't even imagine the those two were going to. I can't even imagine. I can say, "Oh my God, that sucks," but I can't imagine. None of us can imagine. Um, being framed. I've never been framed. It has to be one of the most, especially when you have to wait like a year to defend yourself. And he knows that he has people. He knows he has people on YouTube. He knows he has people on Instagram. He knows that he has that that gets depressed and it gets down, and feel really bad about that. Somebody's watching. Who are you? I should get a light better, but I don't know it's dark. But hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Are you here to talk about Manson, or what do you want to do? I'm gonna get videos tomorrow, but for now, I'm gonna be here on my couch. Hey, Mickey. Is Mickey or Micah? Is Mickey your name? My name is Luna, and I've been doing videos for a year now on Manson and Johnny Depp, mostly on Marilyn Manson innocence. And now that we have this filing, we're all glowing. The HBO documentary pops out, and it's gonna be in 5 days. Who the fuck is gonna watch it after what's been going on? How HBO is gonna still be by her side and protecting her, and how can you imagine working for HBO right now and being like, oh shoot, I think because now there's contracts and you cannot really break them, I think. I want some milk. I got no milk for you. It was a guy calling me pedo. He called me a Nazi. Not a long time ago, like couple of weeks ago. I'm like, you're too late for the hate. People have been calling me names for a year now. I'm defending a rapist. I'm defending. Okay, you defend me because you go to Instagram. You don't go into gossip. That's the advice. Can you turn off slow mo?